Hey everyone, my name is Dr. Jeff Sugandi, and in this video I will talk to you about 5 tips on how to be a good pre-med student. And by good, I mean competitive. Did you know that last year in 2020, the Association of American Medical Colleges, or AMC, reported that they received the highest number ever for medical school applicants? The total increase was 18%. Some of the schools even reported double-digit increases up to 25% in the number of applicants that they see. What this means for you is that in the future you can expect the competition for medical school application to be even more competitive. So if you're a high schooler or an undergraduate thinking about applying to medical school, you want to check this out. Tip number 1, you want to start early. And by early, I mean start taking classes like chemistry, biology, algebra, or calculus in high school. The reason I recommend that is to prepare you so that you are used to taking those classes and you're familiar with the prerequisites that you are going to take in college. When you're a freshman in college as a pre-med student and taking all those prerequisites for medical school, you will hit the ground running because you have seen all this material before in high school, and you'll be able to have an easier time navigating to the classes and getting A's, especially in those crucial moments of first few semesters of college. Tip number 2, make sure you get yourself involved in the real-world, meaningful clinical experience. And what I mean by that is that medical school want to know that the people that they're admitting know exactly what they're getting into. In order to know what the life and work of a physician is, you need to have at least some sort of clinical exposure, some volunteer hours, and an understanding of what the day-to-day involvement of being a doctor. Clinical exposures can be many things. It can be working as a scribe, it can be an EMT, it can be working as a nurse assistant or a clinical assistant in a clinic setting. But being a volunteer always is a good idea when you're starting. I believe that when you first get your experience as a volunteer, if you stay proactive, it will open doors to more opportunities to be involved. For example, in my experience, I started as a volunteer when I was a pre-med. I was reading books to children waiting in the waiting room of a clinic. Over time, as the people in the clinic became more familiar with me, they offered me a job to be a clinic assistant. From that point on, I was able to get to know the doctors and the nurses and be more involved. So that was a good way to start, as well as a good way to earn some money while I was in undergrad. Number 3 is to set your goal high. What I mean by that is that grades are very, very important in terms of application to medical school. Your grades are something that you have very little power to bend or to improve upon once it's a little later in the game. My suggestion is for you to look at your local MD school and look at their website for statistics on the average GPA, average MCAT, and average extracurricular activities of the admitted students, and then set yourself to meet at least that benchmark. At the end of the day, if you decide to change your mind and not pursue medical career, you're already set because you strive to be as competitive as people who get into medical school. Anything else that you choose to pursue from that point will be within your reach. The next tip is to be a well-rounded applicant. What do I mean by being well-rounded? You hear this word said a lot in terms of what the medical school admissions committee is looking for. I believe the definition is make sure that you do other things as well that you're passionate about. Being involved with sports, being involved with research activities. I think research is very important these days. You need to show that you can do many things, as well as showing some intellectual curiosity so you can prove that you will be a good doctor. Because as a doctor, you are expected to do more than just seeing patients. You are expected to do research, some teaching to medical students and residents, as well as community service. So by being a well-rounded applicant, you show that you are capable to do many things at once and doing them well. And my fifth tip to be a strong pre-med student is to make sure that when you're planning your extracurricular activities, you plan them according to what you're passionate about, because passion will shine through and it will show that this is something that you really want to do for the rest of your life. In my pre-med activities, I was able to show that I was involved with clinics in the urban settings that cater mainly to underserved population. I was involved with Doctors Without Borders and medical mission trips. Therefore, my application was unified in terms of theme. So, those are my tips about how to become a good pre-med student. If you like this video, please make sure to hit the like button below and subscribe. Also, write comments below and let me know what you think. I would love to hear your feedback so that I can make videos like this. Alright, I'll see you later.